Hey guys, welcome to No Guts, No Galaxy. My name is Phil. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. We're reviewing some games played on my Twitch channel over the past few months, and I'm stepping away from my comfort zone and taking suggestions from the community. And it's been a blast. Trying new games, experiences. It's been absolutely fantastic. But let's go ahead and jump into the reviews and see what the channel and I have been up to, and whether or not you also want to experience those. Moving on to the next game I've played on stream was Thunder Tier 1. This actually was something I spotted over on Steam, and it was on my wish list. Quick shout out to Vidarian for gifting me this and me checking it out. Was a different experience. It's a top-down, obviously, shooter. And this is at the very beginning when you're doing your basic just training. It walks you through how to walk, climb, and whatnot. And it also has elements of some like tactical interface. For instance, later on in this training portion, you have to snake a camera under a door and be able to see who's behind it, right? So the game is supposed to be this tactical experience, and it sort of leads you off in that direction, right? Again, very fun, top down, almost like a twin stick shooter sort of experience, but you have a little bit more capability. You can see here firing some cover system. The cover system I actually found out wasn't the best, not the most intuitive, especially when you're dealing with AI, and we'll talk about that in a second. As I'm doing the training here, again, you've got a list of guns and accessories. When it comes to that accessories, we can check that out here. We've got a handful of from different aspects where you can put on a silencer, but how it affects it obviously reduces your noise. But the game never explains how noise and being detected really works. Also, you have a budget per character. Like your character, you have X amount of budget. And it's one of those things that's weird where that budget never changes the entirety of the game. It basically stays the same. You have different gear. Again, it goes back to some of this, like the cosmetics. What the sort of the trailer of this game was like, you can customize everything, which is true. You can't do your boots. Just pointing that out. But you got different things like you can put on a gas mask and stuff like that. You can put on an earpiece and gloves and elbow pads. But here's the thing, some of those, if not all of those that I just mentioned, have no gameplay impact. They're just aesthetics, but they do actually add weight to your character, and that's the encumbrance down here. And that actually affects your stamina when using it. So they have no purpose other than for the use. You've got a wide range of weapons from, the M16 basically all the way to the M249, the AKs, all the way up to the SKSs, Mosins, and stuff like that. So you have different characters, as you can see here. You can bring four, basically characters. You almost have like assaulters, breachers. Each one has unique sort of set of skills, whether it's being able to place explosive or a medic or again, wire cutters and stuff like that. And you can bring a backpack and carry extra stuff, but again, it adds weight, right? You've got different body armor, different type of mobility. It adds different type of basically protection. Same thing with headgear and all that. You do have night vision as well, and I did play a few missions in night vision, which was really cool. You can turn on and off that and basically shoot out lights and stuff. So this entire game was interesting just because it doesn't handhold you in any regards. It showed you that first training mission, that training scenario. You get training on how to use a sort of tactical view in issuing commands to your crew here. And as you can see, we got 4 different here. And so this is the perspective of the game when you're playing, and you can issue commands individually. Like you can tell one dude to go here, other, and then you have this like tactical, almost drone view. And the thing about it is like a lot of it's just not explained. Some of these systems, like and the AI are I would say not always helpless. Here's a UAV view. They're not always helpless, but it's up there. So they'll do weird things that you don't want them to do. Cover, what does cover actually do? Does it reduce the damage incoming, percentage of hits? Some of the stuff isn't really explained, but what it does do right is the shooting part, run and gun. That feels really, really good. Unfortunately, that sort of tactical aspect goes right out the window as soon as you get like any type of like contact. You can't set up. It's not a pause game. It's a real time. So like if you want to say you have targets like this and you can maneuver to execute. It just happens. It's not something you can pause, set up like you're going to fire at this guy. You're going to fire at this guy. All right, everyone ready? All right, go. That's not what you get in this game. And again, it can be really frustrating because the AI can do things that you don't want them to do. As you can see here, run around. We got enemy dudes over here in this corner. But overall, it was a cool experience. It was just frustrating. And I will say this, I did not finish the last mission of this game because it was absolutely mind-numbingly designed poorly. And what I mean by that is you have buildings that are made out of wood. Well, you can shoot through those buildings. And the game tends to just sort of throw waves. I'll give an example of the frustration on this last mission here. Is that this isn't the last mission, but we'll go ahead and pause this really quick. If this was the last mission, I discovered a cache of weapons, and instantly, even though I'd cleared the area, instantly it spawned in guys, and basically it was assaulting. And this game is going for like a realism aspect, and so that wasn't realistic. And then it just sort of spams you with a ton of guys and not a whole lot of room for cover. Also, when some of your guys die, it doesn't matter. It's not permadeath. Again, I don't know the long-term design for that. This game is still, it's out, but I think they're still developing it. So playing this was a really cool thing. And I don't want to leave a sour taste in anybody's mouth. I think the idea of the game is absolutely fantastic. The execution, though, I feel like is where it's a little bit wanting. Like I wanted a little bit more tactical experience out of this, and it's right there. And again, the AI, they'll throw grenades, and when you're being really quiet, which again, the game doesn't explain about being quiet, how that works or whatnot, but they'll throw grenades and set off alarms when you don't want to. The AI, again, they will converge on your location as soon as you set off the alarms. It doesn't really talk about, the cover system all too well, how that works. And overall, I had a great experience with this. It's just the faults in it. And again, I'll pause here. You can see one of my guys took cover right here, even though there's enemies here. He finally moved over. So there's little things like that are really frustrating. Now, I did have someone in my Twitch chat who's put 150 hours plus into the game, said that the AI is absolutely horrible. And the real experience, unfortunately, in this is not the single player, it is the multiplayer. And so the trailer they sort of show off is co-op. So from what I've been told is this is probably one of the best co-op experiences out there. Some other issues that I had with this is that the characters, as you can see here, were being overrun. The characters, the weird thing is like they don't heal each other. You can't access their equipment. So even though they have a med pack, I never really felt necessary to actually bringing a medic or at all, because they actually never use their med pouches. They'll pick you up if you're like wounded and you're laying on the ground, but anybody can do that. You don't have to have a med pack to be able to do that. So little stuff like that you couldn't access. And again, the sort of tactical, the cover system, it's not like a gear or, gears or anything like that, or XCOM. Very real time. And like I said, I enjoyed this experience. I think it's really cool, but it leaves you wanting, as you can see there, running through the hallway. You can almost, it's like you almost see or hear them coming, so someone's around. There was deaths that would occur sometimes that were silly, or when a friendly would cross your line of fire, or if you saw an enemy and you had your mouse on them, but something was obstructing it, it wouldn't let you fire. It would just stop you. And so like you couldn't pre-fire sometimes. And there's just little things that just annoyed me. And then at the end, like I said, the last mission, I never even finished because the design was so bad. And I thought maybe it was just me being stubborn, or did I need to approach the mission from a different angle? And you know, everything and everybody who was watching was like, no, that's just it's just not designed very well. Some of these missions, for instance, you like, this is a good example. You have to destroy this weapon cache. You have to shoot it, because even though you have someone with a breaching charge that could go plant it and explosives, you actually can't tell them to do that. There's no way. So you have to physically shoot it. Well, guess what? If you tell them to shoot, they'll stand too close and die to that. So that was another like frustrating thing. So what I would end up doing was, and see, I was checking to see if you could actually plant explosives, and you couldn't. And I was like so confused. So I would just tell them to go get cover over here, and I would blow it up by myself, ergo avoiding unnecessary death and frustration from my guys, because you'd have to restart the entire mission. I liked the environments. Again, being in the tunnels here was really cool. I thought that was cool. You know, the maps themselves, you always drop in sort of a new setting so that it wasn't repetitive. That was nice. And overall, I wanted to really like this game, and I thought it had more potential, but what the trailer showed and what you get is very different. And it's just one of those things where as far as a feel score, I'd definitely give this, I would say a 4 out of 10. If you see it out there and it's on sale, maybe $10, definitely think it's worth it. Outside of that, it's just one of those things where I had a lot of cool experiences in here, but there was a lot of frustrations, and it's what I was looking for it, but it just came short. So overall, a 4 out of 10, I think, is a good fill score on this. Unfortunately, like I said, the end mission was so frustrating, I had to quit after like an hour and a half of giving it a try multiple times. And that's another thing, is difficulty swing. There are some missions that are more difficult than the others, and the main reason for it, unfortunately, is this weird design philosophy of just throw more at the player when the player doesn't have any options. So there's that. So anyways, check it out, Thunder Tier 1. It's a top-down action shooter, and it looked like it was more of a tactical shooter, but it's really not. Thank you guys for watching the review. If you enjoyed this, click the like button. And again, I hope to see you live on stream. And I do stream Monday through Friday, 12 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And again, that's twitch.tv/NGNGTV. I'll have a link down below. You can also join the Discord server. Again, we had an absolutely fantastic time at streaming games, having new experiences, and also taking those experiences to a forum such as Discord to be able to have discussions on those. And if you'd like to interact, that's one of the best ways you can do that. If you need to contact me, again, a DM on Discord is so much easier. But if you do enjoy this kind of content and you want to support, again, just pop on over to Twitch, click that like button, follow, join me on the discussions. You can take a step further if you want to, subscribe, all that fun stuff, no ads. And if you want to support even further, consider becoming a patron. Check out the merch. Again, all this stuff will be down below. I hope to see you on the next video. Until next time. I like that.